Right now, deep inside your brain, your hippocampus is deliberately erasing memories, and the neuroscientists who discovered this admit they have no way to switch it off. Every single night while you sleep, this small seahorse-shaped structure quietly decides which parts of your day simply cease to exist. Not because it's malfunctioning, because that's exactly what it's designed to do. And by the end of this, you'll know the one rule elite learners use to turn that erasure into an advantage instead of a loss. Here's the part that should unsettle you. You assume your brain is a hard drive, saving everything you experience until it runs out of room. It isn't. Your hippocampus is actively deleting information on purpose every few hours. That conversation from Tuesday, the name you learned at that party, gone not because your brain forgot to save it, but because something inside you chose to throw it away. Right now, as you watch this, memories from this morning are already being marked for deletion. You have no say in which ones, and the people who study this for a living can't tell you how to stop it. They can only tell you it's happening. Here's the mechanism, and it's stranger than anything you were taught in school. Deep in the hippocampus, new neurons are born constantly, a process called neurogenesis. Each new neuron has to wire itself into your existing memory circuits to survive, but wiring in means bumping something else out. Picture a filing cabinet with a fixed number of drawers. Every time a new file gets shoved in, an old file gets physically pushed onto the floor and swept away. That's not a metaphor for what's happening in your skull right now. That is almost exactly what's happening. Dopamine-driven neurons flood the hippocampus with a signal that weakens the physical scaffolding holding old memories together, unraveling the very proteins that once locked them in place. Your brain isn't losing the fight against forgetting. It's actively fighting for it. Here's the part the researchers won't say out loud in interviews. For decades, forgetting was treated as decay, as damage, as a system slowly breaking down with age or stress. That's what got published, what got taught, what ended up in textbooks. But the newer studies, the ones done on active forgetting circuits, show something the field is still uncomfortable admitting. Forgetting is not a bug in memory, it is memory. The same molecular machinery that builds a memory is the machinery that later takes it apart. There is no off switch because forgetting isn't a failure state. It's a feature running exactly as intended, and no drug, no supplement, no brain hack has ever been shown to fully override it. And here's where it gets counterintuitive, the part that flips what you've been told about sleep. You've heard sleep on it to lock in what you studied. But the same deep sleep that consolidates strong memories is also the prime window your hippocampus uses for deletion. Weak, low-priority memories reactivated right before bed don't get saved. They get flagged for removal. That means cramming, rereading your notes one more time before sleeping, can actually accelerate the loss of exactly what you were trying to keep. Passive review at night doesn't protect memory. It exposes it to the deletion system. So here is the rule high performers exploit quietly without ever calling it a memory trick. They never let the hippocampus decide what's important. They force the decision themselves through deliberate retrieval, not review. Instead of rereading material before sleep, they close the book and try to recall it from scratch, out loud or on paper without looking. That act of effortful retrieval sends a different signal entirely, one that tags the memory as actively needed rather than passively encountered. The hippocampus can't tell the difference between remembered because it matters and remembered because you forced it, and that's the exploit. Spacing that retrieval out, testing yourself again a day later, then 3 days later, then a week later, repeatedly hijacks the same deletion system that would otherwise erase it, converting fragile memories into ones the brain treats as essential infrastructure. You can use this tonight. Before you sleep, don't scroll back through what you learned today. Close everything and force yourself to recall it blind. Whatever you can't retrieve, that's what your brain was already planning to delete. Retrieve it again tomorrow, then 2 days after that. You are not fighting your hippocampus. You are hijacking its own priority system before it makes the decision for you. But the hippocampus isn't the only structure choosing what survives the night. There's another region, deeper and older, that decides which memories deserve to feel important to you, and it might already be keeping the wrong ones alive.